Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, y'all fill up in here so we can get started. We got a lot to cover. We have a lot to cover. She's tripping. I don't know if she's on that sipping, but we're gonna deal with that on another day because that is something. Hold on one second, guys. So yeah, they're really tripping. I had listened to Zoka. She did 2 downloads today on Friday the 13th. Not a surprise because she's acting like a demon herself. Hold on, guys. All right, let me turn this nutcase off. So I'm sorry for that. Zoka literally said on one of the downloads that her baby is a demon, was a demon. That kind of shocked me, and we all know where she's getting this. The baby was a demon because Nature Boy sat her on the bed on live and said that her baby was a demon, and you could see it was not resonating with Zoka at the time, but she went with it because she wanted to stay in carbonation. But now somebody in the comment section had said something about her baby being a demon, and she actually agreed with it. So I have a what I would call a video, short little video of what's to come for tomorrow, because I won't be doing that live today on my channel, but I will be putting it on my channel Saturday sometime early in the day. But it's really sad. I'm quite sure you're going to see it on other people's channels anyways, but that's when I'm putting it up on my channel. This is a commentary live. I'm waiting for y'all to fill up in here and we can begin because, Efru's now tripping now too. And it's really sad. And I would have thought that she would have left out of all the girls because he used to always send her away all the time. And he never really liked Efru for the simple fact he didn't like the way she treated his daughter when Velvet and little Ileana was at carbonation still. I don't know what they caught her doing, maybe pinching the baby or grabbing at her or yelling at her. I don't know what it was that she was doing or got caught doing to Velvet's baby for Nature Boy to hold a grudge. But deep inside his heart, Nature Boy does not care too much for Efru, and it is just the facts. Everyone knows it. So I'm gonna start the video. I was trying to wait, a little bit of time, for y'all to come up in the room, but we're gonna start because I don't want to be here too long. It is Friday, and we can continue. Whoever missed it can see it on Saturday.
If you get up and go to work for a piece of paper and say, "Oh, I need money," universe, oh, you go ahead, yeah, go ahead, get your money. That's how you gonna get it. You don't. Universe is not gonna bless you. We walking on water. We are divinely protected by the universe because we are aligned with it. We are aligned with time. And
A lot of people are asking me, are they still in that house that he allegedly said he was getting evicted in? I believe so. I believe that Efru is in the backyard where that pond is at, where Nature Boy sometime would go outside and you would hear that tranquil sound in the background. And I really believe that that's that pond. I don't think that they have left that resident yet. I don't know what arrangement was figured out. I don't know if it wasn't even in Natureboy's name, and whoever's name it was in, they straightened it out. Yes, it looks like they are still in the house. Exactly. Then when I was looking at Zoka today, it just seemed like, from what I can see, um, that I just think that they're still in that house, you know. And of course, at this moment, they're not really safe because True is there being the protector. So they're not going to do like Natureboy did. They're not going to be like, yeah, we're still living here, and that's the address still. So because they know that people will come through. And the reason why I know that they're probably still there, there was a girl. I let you guys hear the video that ran up in the house, and True had to remove her from the house. So if they had moved somewhere else, how would a fan know exactly where to come to? So they're definitely in that house still, in my opinion. I love you. Thank you so much, Tamika. Thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate that. So I believe that they're still in the house, but they're not going to exploit it like Natureboy did because of their safety. You know, it's not really safe at this time. They can catch a bad one. You know, there's people that don't like Malia. There's people that don't like Efru. There's people that don't like. Well, everyone likes. I is neutral, but you know, Zoka. So you know, I don't think that they'll be letting people know if they moved or not. And again, for the people that are in the chat, I'm going to do a live stream commentary with Zoka, but not today because it's Friday, because I really want to address this crazy delusional girl. She got up on a download today on Friday the 13th, and she said that her baby was a demon. And when she said that, it checked out that there's some issues going on with Zoka. She needs a lot of help. And I hope that she gets the help that she needs. But, you know, it's going to take time. You know, sometimes we have to, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink.
That's something that we have to stop. We have to stop pointing the finger. We have to start taking responsibility. We have to focus on the message and not the messenger. Okay, what is she saying that can actually help me? Instead of criticizing her and trying to find fault in her or Three God or anybody else that's teaching, look at the message of what they're saying and stop trying to point the finger at them to validate you to be in your comfort, to validate you being stagnant, to validate you not taking the steps you know you need to take. It's not contradictory. It's not hypocritical, because our intent is not to get a dollar bill. That's not our intent. Our intent is to put out this message and to wake people up, because we in hell. It's time to be enlightened and to shed light in the darkness. I don't nobody send no money to the Cash App. I'm doing what I love. I'm in my purpose. This is my soul mission. I'm doing what I love. Y'all, when you work for money, you selling your soul to the evil one. Because whatever has your attention, whatever have your focus, attention, intention, that's what you sell your soul to. That's what you sell your. You look at the message, and the message of people use knowledge to scam. This ain't no scam, baby. I'm not forcing y'all to send no. See, look, distractions. If you receiving the message, receive it. If you not, carry on. It's simple as that. The best teaching is leading by example. That's the whole fact. I was in college for 3 years. Okay, I thought that I had to go to college to be great. I knew I was great. I came into this world knowing I was great, and I was looking like, okay, everybody doing the same. But guess what? I was only going off what I was taught, and I was taught to go to school. And I had to be like the white people to be anything of greatness or value in a society. But it still wasn't fulfilling me. And that's when I found the 3 God, when I just cried out and asked what my purpose was. And I've been enlightened to truth. I realized that reality is an illusion. Just like when you go to sleep and have dreams. That's exactly what this reality is. It's just slowed down, and so it seems so real, but this reality is not real. If you knew that this reality was not truly real and life was a lie, would you still get up and do the same thing that you're doing? I said, hell no. When I knew that I was in hell and I was living inside of my body, I was a cell inside of my body, and I was a cancer cell inside of my body, I said, hell no. When I knew where I was a part of the destruction of the earth, I said, hell no. When I knew that I had to secure my soul in heaven and make sure my heart was light as a feather, I said, hell no. And I left that system. Damn right, I left that.
Let me tell you something. If True was to pack up and leave, and I keep telling you this, because when Natureboy gets mad, he always brings this up, that they don't come with any money. They don't have any type of welfare, SSI, SSDI. They get food stamps. I'm quite sure all of them do, but they don't have a residual. So if True was to decide to leave, because Natureboy, whatever money he got left right now, that's going to canteen right now so he can eat. You know what I'm saying? They would have to leave, and they would have to get a job. They're promoting in their own community the things that you're supposed to be doing in life. And this is what pisses me off. You're promoting stuff that you're supposed to be doing in life. You're saying that we're not supposed to be doing this. How does a person stay from becoming homeless or starving if they don't work a job to take care of themselves and their family? So a lot of that really doesn't make any sense to me at all. But because they're, they got these little scams going on, the PPA loans and some more, they get by. But see, everything comes to an end when you're living that kind of lifestyle.
Well, why am I paying $50,000 a semester when I could go online? We in the age of information, and we paying to get knowledge and information that's not even aligned with who we are in divinity. We learning what they want us to learn. I said, I left school. I left my job for the black man than the white man. I'm not giving my energy to this system. It is the evil one, the root of the evil one, Babylon, which will fall. And guess what? The people that I was around, who I lived with, they didn't agree with it. I got put out 2 spots. All right, I'm going to go over here. You going to let me stay over here? All right. I was sleeping by a window with my little pallet on the floor with a goddamn grounding mat and watching 3 God videos. Guess what? Money just came to me out of nowhere when I started walking on water and trusting the universe. Money just came to me. Food, vegan food just came to me. Everything was coming to me because I was aligning with the universe and divinity and truth and righteousness. And when you are projecting that, we are electric magnetic fields. We are always in communication with the universe. We're always sending messages out to the universe. If I have a thought, having a thought is like sending a text message out to the universe. And the universe is going to respond to you. So if I have a negative message I send to the universe, guess what? It's going to be a negative response. That's why I feel bad for everybody who be talking shit. Because ain't no telling how you living. I know you got to try to make us look bad or feel bad because you feel bad because misery love company. But I pray that you open your eyes and see. Open your eyes so I can see. I hope you open your mind. Because you only putting that out into your own universe. That's why we keep getting blessed, because we continue to love and we continue to give and to teach. So when I was aligning with truth and I was letting go of everything that didn't serve me, and I was waking up to who I was becoming in alignment, and the universe was just blessing me and showing me that I ain't need shit. I just needed to be on my path. I don't need that. I'm a god. What I look like doing anything for money? I'm a god. We are gods. Black people, you are God's children. Once you wake up and open your mind, I don't have to do anything for money. I don't gotta pay to go to school. All the knowledge is in me. Teacher, I am their teacher. I'm their teacher. But yeah, when I was in that small space to myself, I realized that I was just grateful for all that I had. I was grateful for the knowledge. I was grateful to teach. I was always in tune with Three Guys videos, and I was studying my...
She's really stuck right now because I think that they're so brainwashed. The reason why the women didn't leave is because they really think that there's no one going to be able to relate to them. They're going to be people that are going to be looking at them like they're parasites. And you can't go back and live back with family and friends and think that you're going to have that mentality that you're going to live in their house and not help with rent or not help with food because you don't want to work. She's still in a circle where she's able to leech off of someone else's check, which is True's, and make it work for all of them so that they don't have to work. Because they all have the same mindset, but you can't keep living in that reality because that's not real. You have to have some type of currency coming in order to sustain in life, or you're gonna fail. You're gonna be homeless. You're not gonna be able to eat. People are gonna get to an age with people as you get older, they're not that inclined to want to help grown folks when you should already get it. You can't freeload off of people all your life. That's what they're trying to say to the community. Be freeloaders, be squatters, use people, run game to get by because you feel as though your mission is a spiritual journey when we all know she's not on a spiritual journey. None of them are. If Natureboy was out right now, everything will go back to demon time, and they would not be teaching no knowledge. So let's not get it twisted, guys.
Chart deeply. I was studying myself very deeply, and I manifested. Money just came out of nowhere, and I got a plane ticket to go to the tropics and actually live the truth and show it. Once you walk on water and trust the universe and let go of all this, it don't matter. You're going to be taken care of. You heard the birds? Waiting. They waiting. The universe is waiting for you to see and wake up so it can love you and bless you. The universe is abundant. Even though we take so much from the earth, gas, we cut down trees for the houses to build this world. We just take from nature, but we don't give back. We don't give back anything. But the universe still is abundant and still has many blessings for God's children who wants to open their minds and be enlightened. And you see how the evil one comes in here and try to disturb you and distract you from the message. These are the people that you have to ignore because there's going to be distractions. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have triggers that try to deter you from what the f*** you're supposed to be doing. But you got to stay focused because that's your true money. That's your true money is your focus. Your focus and what you give attention to. People who are in a room who don't agree with what I'm saying, that says something about you. Because that's what you giving your energy to. You feeding your mind something you don't agree with. That don't got nothing to do with me. You sending this hurt out back to yourself. You sending this out to yourself. It's a very...
Right, exactly. Let them stop them cash apps. Let Instagram just not shut them down, but just shut anybody down who pins cash apps that one day, maybe tomorrow, you can't put cash app up. and I bet you their whole tune will be changing. Because the only reason why they're up here talking this smack is because, believe it or not, they still have a small group of people who low-key donate, and they give them money. And that's why Natureboy, I guess he got a tablet or something. He's able to talk with the public. If you look in the bio of the Carbonation members, they have the securest inmate number, I guess, to send him money. I mean, we're talking about people who don't want to be productive citizens of society. Any means necessary, they are going to leech off of others. And it's so sad because you disrespect the very ones that are giving you this money, but yet and still you say that we shouldn't work. But you're taking somebody's hard-earned money and using it for your leisure. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Magical and beautiful world outside of the system that we were only taught. We was only taught this world. So we try to constrain and fit ourselves into a certain category to survive here, but it's like a field running, trying to run away, and then the house. There you go right there, Master. There you go right there, Master. Go get him. He's trying to run and quit his job and be in tune with nature. Go get him. See, look. Run while you can. Run from where? You want me to run and go back to the Master house? That's where you want me to go run to? You see? Do you see? Oh, I know somebody in this building see what I'm saying. I know somebody see. I know somebody see.
And when you hear her mute reading the comments, that's people that are going in on her. They're clowning all of them that get up there. Zoka, on her download today, she's blocking people. How are you going to block people for telling you the truth? Get a life. Get a job. Go home. Do something with yourself. How are you going to say you don't want to work, but you taking my money and I go to work every day? What are you trying to pimp me? That don't even make no sense. You don't want to work, so where's the money supposed to come from? If somebody sends you a Cash App, they must have some sort of job. Why should people have to give you money so you can sit online and tell people that they don't have to work because you're not working? And why aren't you working? Because you have a community of people that are supporting you, that are working. That's backwards.
Pure love.
Good question,
Pure love is truth. Pure love is truth. Look at this. He's staying in Master house right now getting, wow. It's crazy. Our people trying to bring each other down and point. Try to throw dirt on everybody else so we don't have to look at ourselves. But for the people who are listening, one thing that really woke me up to this reality is a download that 3 Guys said. He said, and my Mercury and Taurus, so I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? When I learn, I gotta get it, I gotta listen to it and really break it down. And in this video, he just broke it down and I was like, whoa, that's true. Thanks for all the love. I see you, goddess. I see y'all in the building. For the people who are listening, when you go to sleep at night and you dream, what is the light that lights up that dream? If the sun lights up this reality, what lit up your dream? What was that thing that felt like?
Why ain't she up here pulling her shirt up when Natureboy was ordering her to pull her shirt up? Why ain't she up here, drinking the Hennessy and the red wine? Why ain't she showing us the real person that they really want to be? They want to be bums who live off of other people. They don't work a job, and they get all these donations so they can smoke the weed, drink the wine, and drink the ancestor nectar, as they call it, the Hennessy. Why ain't she up here doing all that? Why are you all of a sudden trying to teach a community that doesn't buy what you're saying at this point? Because of all of what you said prior, all of what you did prior, that we can pull up as recordings of your behavior just about 4 weeks ago. And you would still be acting in that manner, but you'll be saying, it's to get y'all's attention. You don't need to get my attention that way. If I'm not trying to listen to what you have to say, you ain't got to pull your shirt up to show me your tea bags. And he ain't got to pull out his privates to get my attention either. I'm either going to listen to what your knowledge is or whatever your beliefs are, or I'm not. So that was all a bunch of BS, that nonsense that they was running with. If Natureboy was innocent, he would not be in jail. They don't just throw people in jail. There are times when people do go to jail and they are innocent, but Natureboy is not one of those people.
Like your body that made it feel so real when you was in the bed sleeping. What is that? You don't know that it's not real until you wake up and say, oh man, I thought that. What is that? Who's to say your mind? First of all, your mind lit that up. It was a figment of your imagination. Your subconscious. This reality is the same. It's just slowed down subconscious. Just how your dream felt real, just how you had a body. Where did that body come from in your dream?
Girl, bye.
Where did that body come from? Well, where did this body come from? This reality, this whole thing is a figment of your imagination.
Just like it is in yours.
It's just slowed down subconscious so it seems so real. But truly, you are living inside of your mind. Your eyes are projecting this reality. Your eyes.
Keep in mind, these are the same carbonation girls that Natureboy put on live. He made them take a test, and all of them failed the test. So how are you teaching us the knowledge and you don't even know the knowledge? That's how you know they're hypocrites. That's how you know it's a money grab. That's how you know that they're still trying to run game even with Natureboy in jail. And that's why I always tell you guys, even if Natureboy takes a vacation for 30 days, because sometimes he does do that, he's never gone because he has his content. That's why they're there. They serve a purpose to speak the message of what he is pounding in their head on a daily basis. So when he's not around, they can speak the fake, not woke knowledge.
Pick up an electrical signal. So you're not even seeing what you think you see. Your eyes pick up an electrical signal. So this is truly just light. This is truly just light and electrical signals all around us, because the light, the electrical signal gets sent to the back of your brain, and the brain is telling you what you're seeing. So you're projecting this from your mind. As above, so below. If you want to study the below, you got to study the stars. You got to study what's above. You got to read your birth chart. You got to study your birth chart. astral-seek.com, you will be able to study your mind and study your projection. Once you understand and study your projection, you will be able to master it. You'll be able to master it. You have demons in your chart. You have angels in your chart. Demons are low vibrational thoughts, aspects in your chart. Your opposition squares and quincunxes, those are demons in your chart and block you from being aligned with pure love and light. Those create dark.
As y'all come in, can you make sure you hit the like button, please? Let's get the likes up. They look like they're on a diet, so let's hit the like button. Thank you.
And fog in your mind, but you also have angels to overcome them. Sextiles, trines, and conjunctions shed light on the darkness that we create within our own minds. You look mighty funky. Is that in your chart? You see, like I said, we projecting this reality from our minds so we can.
Did you hear what she just said? She repeated what somebody said in the comment section. They said you look mighty funky. Is that in your chart? Let me play that back a little bit. Hopefully I don't go too much back.
Chart. You have angels in your chart. Demons are low vibrational thoughts, aspects in your chart. Your opposition squares and quincunxes, those are demons in your chart and block you from being aligned with pure love and light. Those create darkness and fog in your mind, but you also have angels to overcome them. Sextiles, trines, and conjunctions shed light on the darkness that we create within our own minds. You look mighty funky. Is that in your chart? You see, like I said, we...
See, I told you, nobody that's coming up to these downloads, they are not showing them no respect because it's history repeating itself. They're doing the same thing they used to do when Velvet was still around. Back in the day when it was just on Instagram, way before they went on to the app that they're on now, the Big B. I call it the Big B. The app that they migrated on, and then they went to Michael's before he went to jail. Well, anyways, to make a long story short, they are begging for cash apps like they did back in the day. But see, what they don't get is they've done so much damage, and they showed us the opposite of what they stand for the last few months, doing all this delusional stuff, drinking all this poison and smoking all this stuff that shouldn't be in the body. Let Natureboy tell it that nobody is trying to give up their hard-earned money to a bunch of fraud, delusional liars, because that's all they are. They're running game, trying to act like they're conscious, and ain't nothing conscious or woke about these people.
Projecting this reality from our minds so we can only see reality in the same way that we see ourselves. Never take offense when somebody is saying something about you, because usually when somebody is talking about somebody else, they're exposing their own self.
So you're saying that
they're exposing their own self, because they only see things from, like they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. The beholder of beauty sees beauty. The beholder of hate will see hate. You are projecting you. You only see you. You only talking to you yourself. The ones who was... We're going to see. It's all going to be revealed in the end. A lot of people are going to look crazy.
A lot of people are going to look crazy. Now, do you think, and I'm speaking for myself, do you think, Afro, that I care if you thought I looked crazy with all that nonsense that y'all was doing for a few months with the 33333 and all that, and him telling you to lift up your shirt and show your tea bags and all that other stuff, got you on the ground on your knees like you're a dog and talking about sit and all this other stuff, And then the closest one to the next girl, he's ordering this one to slap that one just for no reason. Do you think that I would care, or anybody that listens to you would care about what you think about them with the behavior that you displayed or you contribute to? No. You're a disgrace, even probably to your mother. You're an embarrassment to your mother. You're only thinking about yourself. Because if you were thinking about anybody else, licking his thank you wouldn't be doing as a woman what you were doing. Because nothing is ever deleted, honey. Somebody always records. And this is going to be with you for a lifetime. Some of the degrading things that you did for this man that you call God. And when you grow up and you start your own family, you better hope they don't find them videos, because you're trifling.
So what do you need a lawyer for if it's all fake?
Oh my God.
It's still a storyline. It's still a movie. It's still a process. It's still a video game, obstacle courses that
It ain't no storyline. Old boy's in jail, and ain't no telling when he's going to get out. Now, you know what? Storyline this. If it's just all a dream, when is your God getting out?
you go through in life. When we think of Jesus or anything spiritual or mystical, we think of it as like fanatical, like something's going to come out of the sky or something's like... No, everything is mathematical. Nature is mathematical. Everything is aligned. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess the truth that we are teaching. People are too stuck in their ways and too stuck in their ignorance to see it now. What they say, but the first one who laughs, laughs last. It's just in due time. In due time. But if you speak the truth and know the truth, they're going to persecute you. This is why you see Eve. Because what? You're going to get hated when you speaking a message like this. Look at the comments. You're going to get hated. You're going to go through this pressure when you're teaching this message. In the face of adversity, what do? You have to keep teaching. You have to keep standing firm in what you believe in, no matter what pressure is thrown, because you know in your heart that you live in the truth and you doing what.
When nobody's taking you serious in life because of how you're moving in life, Afro, what you do is you get out of that situation and get yourself a job and get yourself right. And if it takes you having to go to counseling and taking some medication, humble yourself and do what you got to do, so that you don't sit there and let this man rob you of your youth. Because that is what's going on right now. You sound stupid. You look stupid. And ain't nothing gonna go right for you until you see that you have to be a productive citizen just like us. You ain't no better than us in order to make it out here in the real world. Because in the real world, you have to get out here and take care of your business.
It's righteous. And you know, at the end of your life cycle, your heart gonna be secure because you had a pure heart. And you stayed aligned with divinity. Pyramid.
Exactly, Sassy is. Exactly.
At the end of your life cycle, you're gonna be shown all that you ever did. It's gonna play back to you like a movie. Everything you did, you recording. You are recording yourself. So when you die, when you transition, everything you're gonna see is gonna play back to you. And guess who's gonna judge you? You're gonna look at your life and what you did as an observer perspective, and you're gonna be surrounded by pure love, and you're gonna see your actions, and you're gonna judge yourself, and you're gonna determine if you're worthy to join the flame of the all, to ascend to the heavenly realms. Or if you don't feel good about what you did and how you treated people and what you stood for, you're gonna feel guilt and regret and vibrate to a place, a frequency of hell.
So how do you treat people? Because half of y'all over the incarnation then beat the heck out of Malia, Zoka just before Natureboy went to jail, slapped upside the head. Just like a month or so ago when she ran out the house because Natureboy put his hands on her, you guys tried to jump her and did put hands on her again. So how is, when it's time for you to leave this world, 𝗪𝗛, how are you going to be viewed? Because, honey, you ain't no goody two-shoe. You're a follower. You're a follower. You're not a leader. You're not a leader. You're a follower. And you're going to continue to be a follower as long as you follow low lives. Because people that want better hang in circles that want better. People that want more with their lives. People that don't want nothing, that's the circle you hang with. And you're going to keep getting the same results if you keep doing the same thing. And that's just as simple as that. She said,
regret is a place. Guilt is a place. So with this understanding, with this knowledge, that's why you Poppy say, 3 guys say, keep the knowledge. No matter what you do, keep the knowledge, because every moment your heart is being weighed. Every moment you're being shown your character. That is the purpose of this life. That's why we say chance and opportunity, because it's another chance and opportunity to prove yourself that you're worthy to join the flame of the all. You judging yourself in it all. The chosen ones are in understanding of this. So they move different, knowing that they're going to be judged, knowing that their heart is being weighed. And at any moment, you got to keep your morals over your desires, morals and principles over everything. That's what we teach. That's what our sacred society is about. Morals and principles. Malia law, the 3 C's, the 3 P's. This is what we live by. These are our laws. This is our way of life. This is our way of life, being in tune with nature. The earth is my bed. In tune. Shout out to 3 Guy, because he awakened me. He was the missing puzzle piece that I was.
Girl, every time he got tired of looking at you, he would send you to Puerto Rico when he had that little spot, Airbnb in Puerto Rico. He ain't awakened nothing. He can't stand you. He holds a grudge with you, and I'm going to keep saying it, because he didn't like the way you treated his daughter when she was over there. Simple as that. And you can say whatever you want to say, but you know it's the truth. He treated you very poorly. He does not favor you at all. But you're over there trying to ride for this man, talking about free God, and this and that, another 3 God. Girl, bye. Go home and get a job.
I was always looking for it. Because I would hear some spiritual teachers, you know, people talk about this here and there, but, you know, they didn't really have no movement. I was still getting up in the system, working every day, doing the same thing. But 3 Guy actually had a movement. And he opened his life up. He was enlightened with the truth, so he opened his entire life up for people to join and walk the truth and path with him. But the only thing is, when you get on this path, it's not, oh, I'm gonna sleep in my tent, eat my fruit, oh, locks, and teach. No, you're gonna get shown yourself. You're gonna be put under pressure. You're gonna go through tough times. You're gonna go through, people gonna persecute you, throw dirt on you, throw stones at you. You still gonna keep the knowledge then? You still gonna stay down then? You still gotta get your childhood traumas triggered. And when traumas triggered, you know people gotta point the finger. And you know they love pointing the finger at 3 God. So you see people come, seeds get thrown on the path, but they didn't have no foundation. So they hear the message and they hear the good news, but they can't take the pressure to go along with it. The pressure of all these hateful comments coming up on the screen. The pressure of being persecuted and going to jail. They can't handle the pressure. They can't truly stand in the knowledge. Jesus had 12 disciples, okay? It must not have been easy. He had 12 disciples. As much as many people.
Yup, and almost half of his disciples, Nature Boy's disciples, left like they had some sense. So they won't be sitting up there being pulled in to whatever charges that they end up pulling up on Nature Boy, honey. Because don't be surprised if the SWAT comes to get you and your little sister wives and little True over there.
Come and leave here. This ain't for everybody. It's not given. The race isn't given to the swift nor the strong, but those who can endure to the end. Those who can keep the knowledge and always remember why they started. Those who can remember 3 God. I am home, beautiful Nay. I am home. Home is not a place. It is a feeling. And family is frequency. Those who do the will of God. Those who I can relate to and who understand me. When you wake up to this knowledge, you got to let certain things go. And that's just a part of it. And that's just another part of the pressure that everybody can't deal with and take.
Oh,
it's a part of the pressure.
Girl, go home.
They say pressure make a diamond, so I'm in a cut.
You ain't no diamond, honey. You ain't no diamond.
Live on the land. Grow your own food. This summer's going to be a hot summer.
And
the sun is consciousness. It is your mind. It is the universe. It is time. It is information. It is knowledge. It represents thought. So in the summertime, when that sun is beaming and it touches your skin and it touches your hair, you're not going to feel it, but you're going to start waking up. You're going to start waking up. That's why you must take the dye out of your hair. You must let your hair be all natural. We cover our hairs to protect our energy, but we have our hair out and we let it touch the sun. Because like I said, we are always in constant communication with the universe. We send messages to the universe through our thoughts and our actions, and the universe sends us messages back as well. By the sun touching our hair and our skin, by eating organic food that comes from the earth.
Ephrel, where did all the knowledge suddenly just come back from? I'm just confused. I'm recording all these little downloads that they're doing. It's almost like they're trying to do cleanup. And they're trying, but clean up for what? The people, the right people who needed those videos of the behavior of what was going on with you guys over there in Carbon Nation, they already got it. So you don't think these people that went to school for this, FBI, CIAs, FBIs, you don't think that they know that you're doing cleanup right now? And you're now doing what you should have been doing in the first place. Now, where it went wrong, I don't know. But this is cleanup. But the cleanup is over. It ain't no more cleanup. Nature Boy's in jail. There's no way you can get him out. He's got a paid lawyer, but it's not a great lawyer. We finally found out he's not a guru. A guru is somebody who's got money. Nature Boy ain't got no money. That's why he got y'all on these apps, and he got y'all on Instagram with the Cash App pinned in the Cash App. Y'all got to work right now so that you can keep up on his books. He needs canteen. Y'all need the rent paid, and you need food. So, girl, let's get it together. You better wake up before it's too late.
That is how we connect to source consciousness and knowledge. So you must take the dye out of your hair. You must let your hair be open and breathe. Your hair is alive. It has melanin in it. Why do you want to strip your hair of its melanin? Take the weave out. Take all that. Stop using the chemical products. Tap into your organic self. People try to run to nature. Get this nature and organic and natural self together first. That's your first step. Period. Period. At this point, Brittany, I'm like, period. But I just wanted to go live because this message has to go on regardless. And I know how important it is to connect to nature and just be in tune with life. And you know, when I was in a,
I really think she is. They're still living in that house, and when she just put her foot down, she's in that backyard. They still live in that spot, that same spot.
World, and I was lost, and I was searching out for my purpose and truth. I found a video, so I go on here in case I do the same thing for somebody else. It's 84 people in here. If 4 people heard something and learned something new, my job is complete. That's my intention, to wake people up and to continue to teach.
You ain't woke nobody up.
Yes, the cash app is pinned.
Nobody up.
Okay, as long as I touch somebody and somebody learns something, that's all that matters. All this hate. Wait a minute, what did she just say?
Yes, the cash app is pinned.
With life. And you know, when I was in the world and I was lost and I was searching out for my purpose and truth, I found a video. So I go on here in case I do the same thing for somebody else. It's 84 people in here. If 4 people heard something and learned something new, my job is complete.
SL is in it today.
That's my intention, to wake people up and to continue to teach.
She needs to wake yourself up.
That's my intention. Yes, the cash app is pinned.
Oh, that's what she said. Yes,
as long as I touch somebody and somebody learns something, that's all that matters. All this hate in the building. It's Brandy, Brandy Storm, if you the only person who learned something, I am happy that you are the reason why I went live. Okay, that's all that mattered to me. Pyramid. If you start to go all natural, if you get your tent and start connecting to the earth, if you go to 3 God TV on YouTube and learn something new, I did my job.
Oh, really?
I did my job. A lot of people have ears but can't hear. So I'm not talking to the people who can't hear me.
Pathetic. Thank you, Freddie.
I don't know why I have men calling in here. I don't talk to no men.
Girl, you need to talk to a man. You still young. You don't know when Natureboy's getting out. That might be your next husband.
The AAvfx. I'm going to start my day. I just wanted to connect to the people. Nah, we just pushing 3, Brandy.
Yeah, right.
I just want to connect to the people.
We'll push him out of jail.
I'm about to get off of here. I'm going to keep doing my videos. I love teaching. I love teaching this message and waking people up.
You ain't woke me up.
I love giving solutions. I love learning. I love knowledge. I love
she's not
teaching that there is a higher meaning to life than just working at a desk and piece of paper. I'm telling you, it's more to life than that. I was what you say, pro-black activist in the system. So with me having this knowledge now, it really makes me want to help enlighten those who are taking that route, because you're saying pro-black but dyeing your hair blind. It's like we don't truly know what we're saying. You can't say pro anything if you are still giving your energy. And that's when I realized that we're in the system and do whatever he wants to do with us. As you can see, there's so many black men in jail for no reason. They can do whatever they want to us. Ain't no protesting gonna help. You have to detach. You have to remove yourself. The solution is to remove yourself from, and that's what I realized on my journey, and I want to share that with other people. So yes, we have presentations set up to teach the knowledge. We have a lot of things that are getting set up because that's what we love to do, and we want to urge people to do the same thing. So,
well, you wasn't teaching the knowledge before Natureboy went to jail. I don't know why you teaching it now. No thanks. I don't want to know about the knowledge.
And keep going. Even if you have 1-2 people in your circle, keep going. Don't let nothing discourage you. Study your chart, because you're going to study how this reality uses certain demons to play on you and to test you. I see a lot of messages in nature all the time, so if you see me looking all smiling, just know I always see messages in nature.
Weirdo.
That's the beauty of it, being in tune with it. But yes, this game, life is an obstacle course. Like I said, you are here for your heart to be tested and your character to be shown. So
that's what I just said, giving them more charges. Usually you're supposed to be quiet, you know what I'm saying, while proceedings are going on in court, so that you don't damage, his case. That all could be used against him. Everything that they're saying up here on social media, but they're not getting it. They think that they're doing something good for Natureboy by spreading this fake knowledge. It's going to hurt him in the long run.
The devil is God in disguise to test you and see if you will remain upright and remain pure-hearted. Want to create a simulation for you. Oh, here you go. Here's the money you wanted. This is God whole time playing as the devil, like, here you go.
Exactly.
To test your heart.
Evidence.
So you have to study your demons, because your demons manifest physically in this reality to test you.
Yep.
To test you.
Too much evidence online
to show you who you are. It's chance and opportunity to prove yourself. Pyramid.
Loop in the atmosphere. So with fire, earth, water, and air, we're not.
Before we get into Slowski True, can y'all make sure you hit the like button? Let's get those likes up, please. Maybe get them up to 50. Let's get them up to like 50 likes. I know it's a slow day. I don't know why, but it's a slow day. But we are talking to a bunch of dumber and dumbers, so I get it. But yeah, let's get those likes up. Thanks.
Not getting the highest quality of either one of those. So how can we expect to live a high quality life?
Did any of you, did all y'all get your notifications? Put a Y in the chat. If you didn't, put an N in the chat.
Regardless of the material possessions you allowed to buy, when you ain't even getting the highest amount of life, because that's what life is. Life ain't cars, life ain't clothes, life ain't shoes. Life is air, water, earth, and fire. Everybody know that. So while we playing games with these big, I got my own businesses. Okay, you got your own business, but you ain't got no earth, wind, and fire. That's why them boys named themselves that. You ain't got no earth, you ain't got no wind, you ain't got no fire, and you ain't got no water. But you got a business. Who in the world sacrifices their natural resources for a business?
What do you mean?
We literally don't care about our natural.
You did it with the PPA loans. You got down fake businesses, and you know you ain't got a barbershop, because underneath your PPA loan, True, you got down barbershop. And where's the barbershop at? So you need to stop preaching what you ain't living. You're perpetrating a fraud, bro. And you're going to put your foot in your mouth soon.
Resources. We don't care. We do not care about the quality of our resources or our environment. We care about chains. We care about cars. We care about clothes. We care about weave. We care about businesses. We care
Okay.
about college degrees, but we don't care about our own resources. We don't care.
What are the resources?
I know. What
Earth,
are the resources?
wind,
Resources.
fire, and water.
Okay, so let's say right now, my current situation. I'm
Mhm.
living in a suburban area, all this stuff. So far, my life that has kept that up is my income, and my income comes from working, right?
Mhm.
So let's say I want to use my resources now, but now I'm in debt because if I lose, I gotta work and do this and that and that to pay my bills, right? How
Hey,
am I moving
Talura,
forward?
listen. I need you to get your mind back real quick
No, that's why
because
I'm
No,
going.
you didn't.
I got
now
you. I
listen.
got you. Say,
Go ahead.
No,
Go
but
no,
ahead.
I'm
Go
you
ahead. Go ahead.
didn't.
out of that lifestyle, and I want to elevate and becoming my highest self, as you say. How do I graduate to that? How do I just give up? Do I just let the apartment go and start blowing the grass outside? How do I move on?
Yeah. So listen, listen. Everybody want to talk about their ancestors. Everybody talk about, oh, my ancestors this, my ancestors that. But you don't want to live like your ancestors. I tell people all the time, if your ancestors seen what you was doing right now, would they be proud of you? And you know they wouldn't. Your ancestors would be set. Your ancestors would be disappointed that you dug yourself deeper into the European uh, world than getting yourself out.
Respectfully, my ancestors. Hold on, my bad. Somebody calling me. Respectfully, my
Mhm.
ancestors. The reason why I'm going through this. Okay, everybody got different ancestors.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, in the general scheme of things, when I say ancestors, I'm talking about the indigenous people that existed prior to colonialization. They would not be proud that we've actually gotten better at being European than the Europeans that established the world. They would be disappointed. And I know that we don't have no ancestors in the grand scheme of things. I'm just saying this in the context of being able
Look at
to
them
get
laying
our
on the floor,
mentality
sounding
back.
like a fool.
What did they do that was so great that we ain't doing now? Like, no offense,
Who,
but I'm
who, who,
the ancestors that you just said. Like, what you said they'll
the,
be
the
disappointed at us.
ancestors
Like,
the ancestors was in tune with the earth. They didn't have to sell their soul or their mind for money. They knew that their resources came from the earth and they worshiped the earth.
That's exactly what you're doing right now, True, for a man that's in jail. That's why you're on that app right now. That's why you're posting your Cash App. You're doing this for a man that straight used to disrespect you. Just a couple of weeks ago was on live and hit a cell phone out your hand, trying to clown you as a man. So please, sir, have several seats.
Earth. They didn't worship money. But we've lost our mind because we've been embedded into the European system, and people act like, how am I going to do this without money? And how am I going to do this? How did we do it before the European came and established this world? Hello?
see, and that goes back to my question. Let's say I want to give this life up. I don't want to work no more. I don't want to forget the business, all that stuff. Okay,
Mhm.
what am I going to do knowing that I have these bills and I'm going to lose everything that I gained and worked hard for? Okay, I'm letting it
Well,
go. Fine. How do I move forward and live in that life, righteous life that you say? How?
Yeah,
Well,
answer that,
well,
True.
first of all, you got to change your perspective that you're losing something, because to let go of something you no longer need is not a loss, it's a gain.
Okay,
It's all
write
perspective.
that down.
It's all perspective. You know, I seen a squirrel today and I seen a bird today.
Good for you.
How is they surviving? And why do human beings have such a low capacity that they don't think that they could live off the earth in the presence of an entire ecosystem that lives off the earth? By the way, if you didn't know, you ever seen a squirrel and wonder,
So why aren't they living off the earth? They're still living in a Airbnb because we all know they ain't left that place. Nature Boy's not there no more, but they're still in that same spot. They're living in a house. You know that they're paying rent. Put a Y in the chat if you think that True is paying rent for that ATL Airbnb that he's living in with the girls right now. If you think that he's not paying rent, put an N in the chat. But I think people with sense would put a Y in the chat because we all know that True is paying his cell phone bill, True is paying rent, True is paying for Wi-Fi, True was going to the supermarket just like me and you and paying for food to eat. He's not living off the land. So where's he getting his food from? Where's he getting his food from?
How is this squirrel alive? Yeah, but ask yourself that. Look how many all the animals in the ocean. How is they alive? Every day they still here. They ain't dead. They ain't extinct. How is these birds that just keep popping up every year? These same birds keep popping up. Why do we think that we can't live off the same earth that sustains millions of creatures like it ain't nothing? Why do we have such doubt and fear?
This is ridiculous.
I don't know. I like what you're saying, but I still want to say that if I wanted to give that life up and live what you call is the righteous life, living in the air fire, I don't still understand how to do that. So for my head,
well, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Okay, what do you need? You need the elements. You need the 4 elements, right? That's all you need.
Fire.
Like you.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay. So,
Go ahead.
But you, it's funny because this is what Jesus was talking about in the Bible. He told people not to worry about what you're gonna eat or what you're gonna wear. But it seems like Christians just they don't pay attention to that. Everything that you need, it comes from the earth. By the way, like literally, there's nothing you can name to me right now that don't come from the earth. I'll say we just have a middleman in our way that is blocking us from going directly to the things that we need. So therefore, we feel like we have to play the paper game in order to get access to our resources, but we don't. We really don't. We could stop playing the paper game if everybody was like, you know what? I ain't going to. People don't even want to go to work. People don't want to go to work. If they had to choose, which they do have the choice, people don't want to go to work. So everybody could literally just be like, yo, we ain't going to work tomorrow. Nobody go to work tomorrow. And just watch what happens.
Yeah, I think if everybody could just say no more work, everybody will drop working, because that'd be the main issue. People are unhappy because they have to go to work.
And then here's the thing. This is what people are afraid of. People are afraid of, okay, what do we do now? Because people have been in this world for so long that they don't know nothing else. It's kind of like somebody that go to jail. Somebody that been in jail for a long time, it's hard for them to come back into the regular world because their mind have been conditioned to jail. So our mind have been conditioned to supermarkets and the way of life that we in now, that we scared of what life would look like without the system. And people want to know, well, what do we do if we don't work? If we don't make money, what do we do? Everybody all scared.
True, you get a military check. If you didn't have the military check, you might get a welfare check. Or you might be on SSI or SSDI. But you get a military check. But if you did not have a military check, you would have to get a job. So you need to stop spewing this BS through the community, because nobody's buying what you're selling. You're looking and sounding delusional.
The only thing you're going to do is go back to the indigenous ways of getting your water straight from the source, getting your food straight from the source. You don't have to worry about paying for it. I know it's scary. You can just get your food. You know that? I just want to let y'all know, if we wanted to, we could just go get our food. We could just go get the water. We could.
Where we getting the water from?
We're gonna get it from the earth. And just in case you did, just disclaimer, everybody who didn't know where water came from, it comes from the earth. And oh, by the way, to everybody who didn't know where food came from, it comes from the earth. All of your favorite foods, all of your favorite herbs, yes sir, they do come from the earth. Every last one of them. They don't.
But they're not living off the land. So why is he saying this? And he's going to a grocery store every week.
don't come from Kroger. They don't come from Walmart. They don't come from Whole Foods. Believe it or not, they come from the earth. Yes, all of your foods that you love, they come from the earth. The water, it comes from the earth. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. If we don't work for the system, it's still going to be there. And guess what? Money doesn't build houses. People do. So the only thing you need is men. We can still have houses. It'd just be better houses than the ones we're living in now. We could actually build dome houses that are actually more sustainable than rectangle houses. Everything that we love, we can still do it, guys. We would just do it from the goodness of our heart rather than feeling like you have to pay somebody $19.99. We don't need money, guys. Everything
Okay.
I know you don't need money because you get a military check and you all get food stamps. That's why you don't need to buy food, and that's why you don't need to work because you get a military check. Stop playing, True.
that we like doing, we could
Let,
just do it for free.
let me just speak on my situation then, I guess. Now, if I stop going, if I just say, you know what, I ain't going to work, I'm supposed to live off the source. I'm about to live from fire. And okay, for one, I'm just by myself. I'm 100% independent. I don't have no family. I don't have nobody that's going to be like, hey, you can stay with me. Or, okay, so like, I gave that up, right? And now I'm like, okay, I can go vegan. I won't starve. That's cool. Water. Where am I going to get the water from? Am I going to drink the faucet water? I don't live by no mountains. I'm in the city.
No, listen. This is going to be a process. It's going to be a process. I'm not asking you to jump out there off grid straight out the gate. The only thing
That's what
I'm
it
doing
sounds
is
like. I'm about to
no,
be
no, no,
homeless.
no, no. See, and even that is a program that was implemented into our mind. How can you be homeless? Just listen to the concept. You can't be homeless. It's impossible to be homeless.
So if I'm sleeping on the street, I ain't homeless? Or are you
No,
coming somewhere from a spiritual mind? What are you thinking? I mean,
no.
where you getting this from?
I'm saying that the earth is our home, bro. The earth is
Oh,
literally
so
our home.
sleeping on the concrete, like, cause there's people out here that's sleeping under a bridge outside on the sidewalk. They not homeless.
No,
They living on
homeless
Earth.
is. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Homeless is a self-defeating mentality. Homeless is an identity that people who don't have a privilege in the system adopt. But if you understand that the earth is your home, it reconditions your mind to actually not take a self-defeated approach because you don't want to buy a home or because you don't want to participate in the system. That's what I'm saying.
But they done
There's
messed up
people.
our Earth, like from what we would be like the grass and like you say the trees. It's concrete now. There are no more trees. There are
Hate,
no
hate to
more.
love, hate to love. You have a self-defeating mentality. What I'm saying to you is that that's not true. You're talking to somebody that's been over this earth. I've been all over this earth, yo. That's not true. And I gotta just stop you from implanting those thoughts into somebody else who may be listening. That's not true. You're talking to somebody that rode through Costa Rica, Honduras, El Salvador,
I've been there.
Panama. So I'm just
Beautiful.
saying that narrative is inaccurate.
Okay. So if I
I've
stop working
seen, yeah.
and then all of a
But
sudden
you
I'm just
see, you
happy to live
worried.
on.
You're worried. You're
No, I'm
worried.
just speaking. I'm just saying.
Man, please don't quit your job. Please don't listen to nothing that True saying. Don't even have a thought in your head to even plan to do anything that True saying. Because he's not going to be able to save you if you go with True's game plan, because he's not able to save himself. True gets a military check, ma'am. And True pays rent. And True goes to a grocery store just like you do. And True pays for Wi-Fi. True is delusional. You're talking to a man that's brainwashed.
I'm trying
No,
to make
but
sure I
you're
got this
coming
right.
from a place of worry, though. You don't have to worry about that stuff. You just got to know that the reason behind what you're doing is a decision to not continue to support the system that you've identified as wrong. And of course, there's going to be people that say, well, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that, but at least you trying. At least you going in the right direction. There's always going to be critics that try to pinpoint the things that you're not doing. But that doesn't have anything to do with you. You just take one step in the right direction every day, and eventually you're going to get there. Just know that you're making a decision to do something different because you've identified the system for what it is. I'm not asking you to run out there because it's a process. But let go of certain things that no longer serve you every day until you build yourself up to a reality where you can see the system for what it is. The indigenous mind knows that I don't need this colonialization in order for me to exist. That's
he's laying down on the ground, the floor, on a pallet.
literally the only thing I'm talking about. I just need people to get to a point where they realize that, dang,
He
we
ain't
really
laying
don't
in
need
none
this
of
system.
Natureboy's beds, trust me.
We really don't.
The system was built to serve them, not for us. So it's really like ruining us in a way. So I don't know.
Well,
We
it's
can
not
go
even
into this.
serving. It's not serving nobody. It's a self-destructive. It's a self-destructive situation, and it disconnects people from the earth in every way. People go to Whole Foods and they don't think about the earth. They just think about the price. They think about the cash register, and they think about their carts. They don't think about the fact that this fruit came from a tree, which came from the earth. This fruit came out the ground.
But you're not getting your fruit from a tree. You're going to the grocery store like everybody else in this live stream right now, True.
These vegetables came out the ground. These herbs came out the ground. So what I really need to be valuing is the earth, not Whole Foods.
So would you like to stay on Earth, or would you like to stay at your home on the floor?
I'm
Respectfully.
going back into the woods.
Okay.
I'm going back into the woods.
Okay.
See, the
So
thing
I guess
about
you
it
just
is,
waiting. Okay.
this is the problem with, and I'm not saying you doing this. I'm speaking from a collective standpoint.
Okay.
This is the problem with becoming overly invested in somebody else's life, is you forget about yours. Because I remember when we first got deported back to the States, everybody was like, ha 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 ha, y'all back in the States. But we kept working, and then all of a sudden they seen us in Puerto Rico. We was back in the tropics. Yes, I understand Puerto Rico is the States. I'm saying the tropics.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that don't
What?
think that don't think that where I'm at right now is where I'm always gonna be.
Hmm. I remember hearing you say that you miss being out there in Puerto Rico because it was that time when y'all was live and you was with Nature Boy, and he was like, "Why would you say that? Don't say you want to go back there." And then you was like, "Well, no, I don't want to go back." So now you like, then you
The
want to go back.
tropics. No, I'm going back. I go to the woods here.
Oh, okay. But you remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. But I'm still going. I'm still going back to the tropics. Ain't nothing better than that.
Where in Georgia will you find peace? Because you gotta be, it's not peaceful out here. People is like so weird. So where in the woods in Georgia or where?
I want you guys to take a good look at True. I know we all know what he look like. Let's take a good look at True. And this is a model citizen of a bum. If a man don't work, a man don't eat. Period, point blank. Put a Y in the chat if you agree with me. True is a bum. And he's giving bum advice because misery likes company. Bums like company. Look at me. I put it all the way back.
So our mind have been conditioned to supermarkets and the way of life that we in now, that we scared of what life would look like without the system.
If I just say, you know what, I ain't going to work, I'm supposed to live off.
That try to pinpoint the things that you're not doing, but that doesn't have anything to do. It's a self-destructive situation, and it disconnects people from the earth in every way. People go to Whole Foods and they don't think about the earth. They just think about the price, they think about the cash register, and they think about their carts. They don't think about the fact that this fruit came from a tree, which came from the earth. This fruit came out the ground. These vegetables came. I go to the woods here.
Oh, okay. But you remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. But I'm still going back to the tropics. Ain't nothing better than that.
Where in Georgia?
I'm not listening. You got to think. There's a big difference between a dolphin in SeaWorld and a dolphin in the ocean. The capabilities ain't the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My capabilities are different.
Right, but people are donating, but what is he teaching? That's the whole purpose of this live, is that when True gets up here spilling this BS, we need to just put it on Front Street that what he's saying doesn't make any sense. Because we do have people whose hearts are genuine and they mean well, and they hear this kind of advice and they say this is different. No one's thinking like this, and they donate. But donating to what? Because if you listen to this advice, you're going to end up homeless in a tent somewhere and messed up in the game, just like True is. Because if True's military check was to leave right today, oh, he would have to get a job.
Than the average human being. You're talking to somebody that's been in the jungle, listening to certain sounds and getting certain genes activated, because we can look at genes and simply by examining epigenetics, your cells, your DNA will respond differently to different environments. So when you're somebody like me who has been in the jungle of Panama and Mexico, my genes ain't the same.
Would you go to like Jamaica or like somewhere where the black people are? Because they live in nature and they literally carry buckets of water on their head, and that's a good culture. Would you go there?
I don't know about Jamaica.
Or Nigeria, or it's a couple places. I can't think of the name. Like it's one place where they carry everything on their head, heavy stuff. All the women, like I forgot what do they call it. Oh, I can't think of it right now. But it's a couple places like where it's actually they live off the earth. Like they pick off nuts off the trees, and they don't even season their food. They drink blood. They eat goat raw. Like it's people out there that live off the earth.
Well, I want to let you know that we different. I'm not modeling myself after Africans or Jamaicans.
You ain't never lied, sis.
It's clear that African American people are a distinct group of people amongst black people internationally. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what Jamaicans is doing. I don't care what Africans is doing. We different. Always have been, always will be. So I'm going after my genetics and what my DNA is telling me to do. Because if I wanted to be like Africans, I go to Africa. If I wanted to be like Jamaicans, I go to Jamaica. We something different. We a whole. I'm a whole nother beast.
You right. You something different. You something different. All right.
We different.
So you identify as black, right? You identify as black?
I identify as human.
Human. Okay. Okay. So I guess it wouldn't be fair to ask.
Now, if Natureboy was around, he would be identifying as black. He wouldn't be answering the question. He identifies himself as human. He's clowning. He's having a field day because his boss is in jail.
Are you mixed then, or are you black, or?
You want? Yeah. Okay, I can come back. I can come back down to that perspective real quick. Yeah, my mother. Yeah, everybody's black. My mother's black. My father black.
Okay. That's what I wanted to see. You just have like a high color in your middling. So it's like I get it. I got it. I got you.
Yeah. But I'm not modeling myself after Africans or Jamaicans. We different. We something else. the only reason we trying to find ourselves in other people is because we literally don't know who we are. We trying to figure out, are we Jamaican? Are we African? Da, 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 man. We our own people, man.
I heard somebody saying you're African American. I wouldn't say I'm African American. I don't even know what it is. I mean, I can't even really say I'm a Black American. I don't really know what to identify as. I just say I'm me. Like, I just put it down because it's on the application, I guess.
Yeah, but you just have to the highest understanding that you could have is that you're one of the creatures on this planet, and your job is to live in harmony with the planet like everything else. Any other identity outside of that don't make no sense.
This man
If
is
you
such
ain't in
a
tune with the
hypocrite.
earth, you
That is
wrong.
so
Period.
sad.
That's it. I don't care what position you got. I don't care what type of non-profit organization you running. If you're not in tune with the earth, you wrong. It's that simple.
How are you in tune with the earth? You ain't
But
outside
look,
on the grass
I'm about
on a
to
blanket.
bring Nick in because she been waiting
I
patiently.
was just about to ask you, like, she quiet.
Yeah,
You
she ain't
muted her.
quiet. She ain't quiet. She muted.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I was muted because I'm on my tablet and it has an echo, but thank you so much. So I wanted to chime in because I want to use my time wisely, right? So I was hearing what you're saying. So I'm in my trends.
This broad that's talking right now, she has a crush on True. So True does it like a dog. You see how he just said, no, she ain't quiet. I had her on mute. He had her on mute all that time while that girl was talking. And she just said, I have to use my time wisely. Because if she says something that he don't like, he will mute her. Or he'll tear her down and say, real ignorant stuff to her. But she has a little think for him. I wouldn't be surprised if she takes Sheba's place, this chick here.
Position period of trying to live a right path as the words, well, what I can come to a form as one with true, with the words that I hear that True says. So what I wanted to let you know was that I completely understand you, but you got to understand everything that I know in life is because my grandmother, my father, people in my life, and they just push these generational curses on me in so many ways. And this ain't even breaking into the real facts. This is just the tippity top. Forcing me and my sisters to go to church. And then when I go to church, like True said, when you go to somebody that is a Christian or something, just my perspective of things. I went to a pastor that wasn't my pastor, it was my grandma's pastor, and I asked him all these questions, like, well, simple questions, like elementary questions, like if the school is teaching us that dinosaurs was here before humans and this and that, how is Adam Eve the first people? Or it's just a lot of contradictions. Like this shit, I'm telling people, I used to be on the clock 106 in Park, knowing what time number 2 from 1 to 10 was coming on. I knew what time to be at the TV because I was programmed to do that. So far as love and hip hop, those things don't interest me no more. It don't. This whole thing is a matrix. The system that's set up is the reason why we eating the way we do, the water that we drink, everything. We gotta wake up and start questioning things to start our own job.
True is trying to reprogram this broad that's talking right now before he ends up letting her go over the carbonation. She got a serious crush on True. She lives in Arizona, I want to say, and she got a serious crush on True. And I think True has a crush on her, even though he says he has to build her up a little bit, as he says it. I wouldn't be surprised. Stay tuned. If while Natureboy's in jail, there's another member, because I'm quite sure if it all checks out, Natureboy's gonna grant him permission to have this chick come over there as long as she comes over with a residual. Trust me. Stay tuned.
Period. And I'm still on the Babylonian side. I'm trying to transfer over. I'm just keeping it real. But what True is saying and his tribe is saying is for real. And not even our grandma, right? And my grandfather was a 33-degree Mason, and my grandmother was an Eastern Star, and all they did was teach me lies. I gotta come on Beagle and interact with people like True and whoever comes with him that's gonna tell me the truth. Yeah, and listen to the truth, because the truth is always stranger than fiction. Always.
Neat. Let me ask you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Agreeing with what you're saying, but how do you know that what you learn ain't true and what True is saying is? How do you know the difference?
Because my grandparents learned, they in a generational curse. They learned it from their grandma, and is passed on from generation to generation. And they forced it on me. I had to go get a switch if I didn't want to go to church on Sunday, which there is people that is not right. I feel like people that is Christian, you don't need a building to go and worship, or you can do it from Bigo. Anything. People, listen, Christians is the real cult, because they making money. They pass around a bowl, and that's besides the point. I know what I know, and I'm going to follow my heart, and I know what I was taught was wrong from the way that I eat, from the way that I live my life. I knew about Jesus pieces through rap videos. That was another form of programming. How I wear my clothes, what music I listen to, how I eat, how I live my life.
Girl, you gonna get over there.
True. What do you
and I join in. I just follow the truth, y'all. Period.
What do you?
I'm
Like, what's your opinion?
She's already brainwashed.
My opinion is everything I was taught.
True was his opinion.
And everything that
new generations is born, and hopefully out of a certain percentage of that new generation, somebody's gonna speak the truth and some people's gonna listen. You complain about everything that you in, and I'm living in it right now. I'm not saying you are, that's my perspective, but don't complain about the environment. I live in Nevada. It's supposed to be hot right now. It's cold for the last 2 days, dust storms and storms. It's supposed to be hot. It's because these cars that we drive in, the cigarettes that we smoke, everything. Imagine all the waste that we put down a toilet when we supposed to be in the nature.
Well, Natureboy's gonna be doing all that when he gets out. He gonna be smoking ayahuasca, marijuana. He's gonna be drinking Hennessy. He's gonna be drinking red wine. And he smokes Black and Miles, and he drives cars, and he likes gold chains and all this stuff that y'all talk about we don't need. So, honey, you're not safe nowhere, because if you go over to carbonation, all he gonna do is pollute your mind. You already can see that True is vetting her out, and in order for her to stay up on that platform, she has to talk like that at all times, or True will mute her. So pay attention, because I'm going to definitely be playing more of these live streams of this female who's on this platform all the time when he goes live, because I believe True got his eyes on her, and I believe he's trying to get her to come over to carbonation.
What True said is true. I just seen a little for real.
Nah, for real.
Listening in, man, and I don't know, I might have hit that button. So I'm in here live on my main broadcast, and all of a sudden I hit a ding. I look down, I got the 10 in my lap, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, we up here. All right,
and it's crazy because money never existed. Money never existed before. People that you see coming on ships, when slavery came about, white people, because they came over here to take over like they do, because I'm a girl gamer, right? I play one of my favorite games is what's that game? Black Flag or something like that. Assassin's Creed. The American.
Understand that it's all a decision and it's all a choice. You understand what I'm saying? If you keep, because we have to understand, right? Everybody here is either a witch or a wizard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's
Warlock.
casting spells at all. Yeah, warlock too. Yeah, everybody's casting spells. Whatever thought you have, that's a spell being casted on your reality. So if you keep saying I'm doing what I got to do, that's literally throwing your power away to somebody else or something else, and that's your fault. The only power that
And
anyone or anything has over you is the power that you continue to give them. Ain't nobody got to do nothing. Everybody in this room, literally right now, starting right now in this moment, to do exactly what they want to do moving forward. You
that's
can
a
literally be
fact.
like, I ain't going to work. I ain't talking to this person no more. I'm not eating this no more. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing this no
But
more. You
we're
can
so
literally
fear
make that.
mongered. Break out of
It's
that.
not even we. It's not even we. We gotta stop speaking for other people and start speaking for ourselves because ain't nobody appointed
Right.
nobody as
Talking.
representative.
You let a man run your whole ship, your whole life, and you're sitting up there telling her what she needs to stop doing. And you've been with Nature Boy for about 3 or 4 years, and that man been um taking your wife, Sheba, and we know they're not legally married, making her his wife again, giving her back, and you don't say nothing. You're not even a man, but you got so much to say, True.
For the Americas. People be talking about
Hmm.
we. I'm like, who are you speaking for? Everybody speak for themselves. Because every time, every
Right.
word, every time you hear whatever words come out of somebody's mouth,
Hey,
it's a gateway to their brain and how they think. The mouth is a gateway to your brain. So first of all, take responsibility for the thoughts that you casting on your own reality. And if your reality ain't doing what you wanted to do, it's your fault. You start there, you good.
you should
I
know,
always
True.
think back when I was first born, what was my what was really on my mind and what was really instilled in my mind before I started hearing languages and learning from my environment. My environment was never healthy, and trust me, my mother always did what she had to do to take care of
But
me.
Neat,
But
Neat,
but
Neat, can we do something though? Because
mhm
I'm trying to steer your mind to the right direction because this is the
mhm
reason why men are so valuable. Men are so valuable because we know how to steer women's minds. Typically,
right.
women who are
He
left
said,
alone
right. He's
will be
being so
guided by
honest
their
with her right
emotions
now.
because women are emotional creatures as they should be because women are the
Mhm.
nurses and nurturers of the children. So you have to have that emotional component activated in order for you to implement that proper attention on a child. Whereas men may be more logical and reasonable because we have to plan, we have to prepare, we have to do things in that nature. So as a man, your
So,
role, part of your role is being able to guide a woman's mind. So I have to guide your mind because otherwise you will be
mhm.
steering us down a
You
path
sure do.
somewhere we don't even need to go. So what I need you to
Mhm.
understand is that we need to stop talking about the problem. Okay, we identified the problem. Boom, got it. Check, got it. Problem identified. Now we need to take all of our energy and focus it on a solution. Let's stop talking about the
Mhm.
problem, period. Problems only need to be identified. They don't need to be talked about. That's why I never really dealt with the Black conscious community because it was a big platform of people talking about problems.
Because
The
we
white
are
man this
emotionally
and
damaged
the white man this and the
and
white man that.
mentally.
Did you know 400 years ago the white man did this and do you know today white men are doing this and today the government is doing this and the
The
white
white
man
man
and the
probably
white
didn't
man
even
doing
do
this
as much as
and I'm
they
like
taught you.
Oh
and
man.
listen what I'm saying is that we as black people, okay, we
Mhm.
identified the problem, okay, but what are we gonna do about it? Can we shift our focus to the solution? Can we shift our focus to what
Why didn't you tell Nature Boy that when he kept saying white supremacists? Why wasn't you saying to him, what are we going to do about it? Can we shift the focus? You never said that to him. He said that like a few weeks ago before he got locked up. True.
we can do and what we do have? Because everything that's going on in our reality is fully within our control if we take responsibility for it. I do not deal with
Right.
people that's talking about what's going on in the external world as if the external world is not a reflection of something that you are or not doing. So
So, Drew, let
save
me.
it, save
Mhm.
it, save it.
So let me ask you this. So how do you, okay, so what's the best way for somebody to deal with, like, far as you being a baby and then a child and growing up and all you know is your environment, far as taking responsibility? Am I taking responsibility because in my true nature, I should have knew from jump because I knew who I was when I was born. I just was brainwashed.
But don't worry
from
about
my
all that. What's
environment,
done,
the
well,
world, the matrix that was built.
don't worry about that. What's done is done.
Mhm.
First, you just need to, like I said, you just need to identify the problem. Once you identify the problem, now you implement a solution. Let's not even talk about what's done. Let's not
Right.
even talk about the past. You can't undo that. It's done. Focus on right now.
They all like them gone. That's how they want them to come over with some mental challenges. You know what I'm saying? They like the slow girls. That's why she's up there, because I really think he's vetting her out. I believe it's a matter of time. True's gonna have her over there.
Focus on where you are right now. The things that you need to change, you need to start changing them right now, because the longer you wait, the more you're developing a bad habit. And the longer you develop a bad habit, the more difficult it's going to be to undo it. So right now,
Mhm.
everybody that want to change something about yourself, the first of the month ain't the best time to do it. Your birthday ain't the best time to do it. After
Yeah.
after the summer ain't the best time to do it. You only get one time to make a change in your life, and that's right now. If you're not
Mhm.
gonna do
So
it right now, it's never gonna happen, because you're gonna keep finding validation and justification to keep pushing it off. So what
right.
I'm saying is that we need to, whatever it is we need to change, we need to change it right now. And it's gonna be hard, of course, because you've built momentum in the opposite direction. So you have to understand that it's gonna suck initially for you to not be able to do something that you've always done. But once you understand that it objectively is not good for you, it should be easier for you not to do it. Because if you have a strong enough why for doing something or for not doing something, you're more likely to do it.
And True, just to give you a little aspect, because I know you have more
Shut
experience
up,
than me.
woman.
This it's a bigger picture. I wonder why that we, especially black people, why they force us, even though they know that money
Neat,
doesn't mean anything.
neat,
Like, are we batteries? True.
neat. Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Mhm.
Stop worried about everybody else. I stop
Mhm.
worrying about everything but you.
Mhm.
Literally, everybody needs to start with themselves. Don't
Mhm.
I literally don't want nothing to come out your mouth about anything or anybody else other
Mhm.
than you, because you are the source of everything that's going on in your
And
reality.
you got
The
your
more
own
you
Right.
focus on
issues.
other people and other things, is the more you're going to be distracted from who's running your reality, and it's you.
That's a fact. Because I'm
If
old
everybody,
enough
you're not
to
old.
break
You're not old.
generational
You're not old.
curses.
You're not old. You're not old. You're not old. You're not old. You have to be that critical on yourself.
That's right,
There's
Jr.
little
Mhm.
subconscious things that slip out of our mind because we literally been programmed to destroy our own self with the words that we speak, which are affecting our reality. The notion of being old is actually programming yourselves to
So I just want to say thank you guys for coming to this live. You're very, very appreciated. I'm also gonna drop my link to this channel. So make sure as you leave out that you go and subscribe with the notification bell with the option all on. Subscribe to this channel. You're on my second channel, but you might not be subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. The link is in the description. I will pin comment the link. And on your way out, please make sure you show some love and also hit the like button. So y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. I will play the Zoka video. It'll be a live commentary on Zoka. I just don't have time today because it's Friday and it's time for family time for me. So make sure you hit that like button on the way out and subscribe to the second channel. Link is inside of the chat. Oops, right here. SL Davis Social Media News. You're already on the channel. Just subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Y'all stay blessed and I'm out. I love y'all.